Hello, and welcome to the final case review of Costa Vega. Um, we just finished doing the finale 10 seconds ago, and we
Literally.
were all, yeah, like kind of like overwrought. That was so incredible and delightful. I don't even know where to begin handing out all the stars. I mean, just in the whole
Oh my god.
crocodile suit
Props. Master
coming
Drag.
back. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! And Annie, just like like a detectiving powerhouse through this one. It just
Truly.
like, carrying every. It just I don't know. I could probably give out like 10 individual stars for each of you, but I don't want to do all the talking. So, Caitlin, why don't you go?
Oh my gosh. This was so I in my heart of hearts, I knew Sebastian would show up at some point. Like I forgot about like we always forget that there's gonna be a body. Like I forgot that I expected Sebastian to show up at some point, and so that was so good, and it was so good, and bringing Sebastian back in that way where he's like, "I break the law, but don't be mad at me." Like, was so funny. But like, it's okay. It happens sometimes. Like,
I've been
that
watching a
cracked.
lot of Leverage rates recently,
Of
and
course, I could feel
yeah,
it. I could feel it. No, and this was so fun and such a good way to end it. Like, guess what? Like, screw billionaires, screw cops, screw private institutions. Like, it was just all the way through. Like, it was
Yeah.
we got to hit all of them. That was really fun. Just a fun, so well paced as always. You give us such fun stuff to play with, and I don't know. This one was great. This was so good. I know you said you were like, oh, we might go long, and then when we went to break, you're like, well, the break was really short, and we're like, let's go, let's hammer this out, let's get there.
yeah, it didn't do bad. I think we came in
Oh,
pretty close to target.
that's really good.
Yeah.
And then Starstruck, just everything all the time. So much fun to goof around with in any case or any scenario. But riffing with the guards, like nailing the heart checks, and then being like, oh yeah, we're vibing now. And I was like, this is so funny. And then like having one of them drive you to us, God, so funny, so good, unbelievable. Oh my god. And also another star to Rick for just coming up with the most batshit names. Merlin Oglethorpe. Like, of course he's the villain. Of course he is. God. Oh, what was the other one I wanted to do? Oh my god, I still have Annie had a gun in her backpack. I can't believe that.
By the
Yeah.
way, I just want to give out a star like to both of you, like immediately, because like I love the fact that like the gun was never like an option. Like there was no point where it was like we'll shoot our way out of this if we have to, and it's like I love that. It's like
No,
that's
no.
those are the detectives that I love.
Hopefully we won't have to use it. No, I'm not worried about that. I'm not gonna. I just don't want to get in trouble for having it. Like,
Yep.
Like we're literally, this is a piece of evidence. We're not going to be in trouble for
Right.
taking the piece of evidence.
I'm committing small amounts of crime to solve crime. Oh man, yeah. And then I wish I just I just can't wait to play more games with you guys. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
Sparkle. I just like playing Annie. The I'm good. The yelling at Sebastian. I think that was my favorite.
That
Sit
was
down
really
right now.
good.
I think that's my
That was
favorite. That's my
great.
Sparkle.
No, I love that because I feel like to me it gives like such interesting dynamics between the parents. Because like
Yeah.
I don't think either of us would ever do that to Caleb.
No.
But like Sebastian, not only would we do it, but most of the time he deserves it as well. So it showed a very interesting dynamic between either parents.
Sit down. Shut up. I have 3 questions. Answer them or
The thing is, like Sebastian's like almost like another kid.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
tells you a lot about the dynamic between like Caleb and Sebastian, probably. But
And
Yeah.
like, I feel like we got a little bit of it in like the kids episode where it's like Annie not parenting, like not quite that extreme, but like the first day of school, don't get into like when I was in first day of school, I got into a fight, and he's like, it's okay. He tells me a fight story every year. Like that's just how they are. Is so these two like families who came together who like somehow they're like the opposite biological parent is like most like dynamic with the opposite child. Like it's been so fun, and a lot of that I think was sort of accidental in like some ways, and I just love how all of it came out. And so getting to Rise Sebastian, just a reminder, like, yeah, I know you're very childish, and we need to talk right now, and the only way I know you'll talk is if you sit down and look me in the eyes. Let's go. Come on, time out. Let's sit down. Like,
it was perfect.
I loved it.
Ridiculous.
Stars from me for Rick. incredible episode. I loved. Caleb, I've seen Sebastian showing up coming. I did not. So I was like, no way are we dealing with this? God, like
The full
immediately
name.
flipped
The
my
full name.
view of what we're gonna have to do this episode. Because like, okay, cool, we're gonna find a murderer.
Mhm.
They didn't steal anything, so it must be directly related to Isaiah. And then the moment that Sebastian was like, oh no, completely flipped.
The whole
Sebastian
thing,
didn't
but
commit the
great
murder.
twist. Great
They
twist.
definitely committed a crime that we're going to have to cover up in some regard.
Yep. So good.
So definitely a star for there. Caitlin, I love Annie so damn much. I love like I enjoy that despite Justin signed this detective agency, it's very clear that Annie's more suited to be a detective and Justin's more like the muscle, like the brawn and the muscle that helps out. So I think
Here's
even
like,
Justin
Annie's got the detective. Justin literally has everything else. Like that's Annie is not cut out for any parts of this except like researching stuff. Like so it's very
yeah,
like
a good
he's
point,
the muscle,
yeah.
like yeah, and he's the talker, and he's the one who can run and fast. Like you are the you can stealth and you can run and you can lift stuff and you're the muscle and you're whatever. It's so funny.
Well, you did win
So,
a
like,
fight with Emma Cooley.
Oh, it was embarrassing though.
That was barely a fight, to be honest.
Flapping in the gravel, like.
So yeah, no, absolute star there. And the panic of having a gun in your purse was very funny. So I think that was probably like the first time since becoming like legitimate that we've had like pieces of evidence on us. So having that instinctive reaction of like, we have a gun, this is really bad.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me.
And trying to not say Annie, get your gun, but like also try to be like
Sparkle. I thought I was very funny with the
so
crocodile
funny.
suit.
So
And
funny.
I think my absolute star line was when someone was like, "Why are you wearing a crocodile suit?" And I was like,
Oh my
"Because they couldn't
God.
find an alligator one."
I wrote that down. I laughed so hard I had to put my head down. I wrote that down. That is my favorite thing that has ever come out of your mouth. Why are you wearing a crocodile suit? Can find an alligator one. I can't stand.
It was
So funny.
amazing.
God, and the continuation of the bit, so funny.
It was great. So that's definitely my sparkle. And I guess again, like I said this before, but being able to use it to my advantage and
Yes.
disadvantage throughout the show.
The commitment to
I
that
really
is always
enjoyed that.
phenomenal. You're so good at it.
The absolute best kind of element, where it's like, right, this thing that like in some instances serves you and in some instances hinders you, it's like, and that you keep remembering, to bring it up and how it's going to affect the situation. It's like just not enough stars in the world,
So good. Say we talked about it last time for this with the suit too, but like it's so good. It's so good. Things that we've brought into a scene just as like a flavor thing becoming instrument, like the beer bottles and like that kind of thing. So good. That's one of my favorites too.
I really enjoyed doing that, and I think weirdly enough, I think the genre we played in, like not fantasy, like I couldn't rely on spells or anything like that, kind of pushed me to like think more about, okay, what have I described my character having done or wearing or doing at this moment? Because in other games I could be like, okay, I have a spell for this somewhere, okay, give me a second, I want to cast invisibility, like, but in this case I'm like, okay, I can't cast spells, but I am wearing a crocodile onesie.
Like, what have we done? What have we seen?
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. Wish exactly same as Caitlin to play more games with you at some point, whether it's as these characters or some other characters. I'd absolutely love to.
I mean, I would say we're definitely all playing something sometime. Yeah. If it's Cases of Costa Vega or if it's Power Play or whatever, it's like we got a million ways to make this work, and it's like like playing with the two of you has just been I don't know, just the greatest pleasure. It's like it's like Drac, all the stars for the suit stuff and for the socializing with the guard stuff and then using that again later, and it's like Annie, like I said, like the not using the gun thing, like I loved that when it happened, and like the yelling at Sebastian thing, like that was great. I know I'm just stealing everybody else's stuff, and it's like but like these were such great moments, and and it's like just like there have been so many great moments like these across all of these episodes. It's like I am going to miss these characters tremendously, and it's like my wish is definitely also like let's definitely find a reason and a time to revisit this universe. You
Yeah.
know, it's like one shots, charity games, whatever it is. You know, it's like I want, you know, I have 9 more Cases of Costa Vega mysteries, like not like outlined, but like just like, you know, ideas for them. I
Yeah.
have a list of 9 what I consider solid ideas. So
Love it. Love it.
we got
Good
to
to
do
know.
something. Yep.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I
We
guess.
got
And Sparkles. I've been looking forward to Caleb apologizing to
Yeah.
Justin
Oh, that was so
for, you know, the entire time since we've shot that episode, and I've been very patient, and I'm giving myself a star for saving that for the finale
Sparkles,
and
yeah.
not doing
was
it prematurely
perfect.
just because I wanted to so badly.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I sort of feel like, yeah, like Caleb, you know, he reminds me of so many parents who absolutely means 100% the best for his kid, but just can't
Sometimes.
necessarily recognize what that is, you know. And it's like,
Yeah.
it was, yeah, that scene was kind of everything I hoped it would be.
It was
So
really good.
thank
It
you,
was
Drac.
perfect.
I was glad that was happening because my roommate started using a blender in the middle of that scene, so I had to stay muted. I was like, I'm glad I'm not involved right now because it went for like a minute and a half, and I was like, oh, okay, whoops.
And Caleb suddenly runs over to the kitchen and starts blending something.
No, that was really good. That made me happy. I was glad.
Oh, I have another star for Jake. Thank you, Jake, for being an incredible tech producer for us and
Yes.
working with all of our ridiculous schedules.
Yeah, everything.
Jake,
I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. You are amazing. You have
we love
always
you.
been amazing, and yeah,
This
you
is all
are-
possible because of Jake, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
I know we've said it before, but like for real.
Yeah, it's a no matter how much Jake is sung, I consider him the unsung hero of QueueTimes. So we can never sing him too much. I won't actually sing though. Yeah, no, because I can't sing.
We got to get
Yeah, I
Sam.
think-
Sam to come and sing.
Yes, if Sam
Yeah.
was here, Sam could sing.
Sam
Yeah, and thank you, Sam DeLev, for being our guest star, cousin Wright,
Yeah.
who I also would love to see again.
Yes. So
And
good.
and I don't know, is that it?
I think so.
I think that's it.
So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for the case reviews of Costa Vega and for the show. And we love you, and we're super grateful. And you know, we hope when the time comes that we do more, you'll come hang out with us again. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.